Putin's war in Ukraine, which disrupted energy supplies and food supplies, causing the price of everything from eggs to wheat to go up.
The war in Ukraine didn't cause the cost of eggs to go up. That was caused by a deadly bird flu that swept through farms last year and killed millions of chickens. It's one of several misleading statements President Joe Biden made this week when discussing his economic agenda.
In my first 2 years in office, I brought the deficit down by a record $1.7 trillion.
This is a misleading claim because the deficit reduction did not occur because the Biden administration focused on cutting spending. In fact, Biden pushed for lots of spending. Instead, the deficit actually fell because massive pandemic-era programs expired during Biden's first 2 years in office. The deficit had been artificially high because of all the emergency spending that happened at the start of the pandemic.
They want to take that $2 trillion tax cut that overwhelmingly helped the super. I don't know how many of you guys benefit from that tax cut, to make it permanent. And that tax cut in the previous 4 years ballooned the deficit by over 40%. They want to continue it. And by the way, the tax cuts didn't help very much, overwhelmingly benefit the wealthiest, the biggest corporations.
The Trump-era tax cuts benefited virtually everyone who pays taxes, with significant cuts to the tax rates of everyone making $50,000 or more. Experts have disagreed with the claim that the tax cuts benefited only the richest Americans, although wealthy people did get large breaks. And the tax cuts did not balloon the deficit by 40%. The deficit grew 40% under Trump because of the pandemic, not the tax cuts. Economists predicted the deficit would grow by just a fraction of what Biden claimed because of the tax cuts, and that deficit increase would occur over 10 years, not just the 4 Trump was in office. Sarah Westwood for the Washington Examiner.